Hey twin, welcome back to my channel. My name is B Dominique. I call you my twin because I'm just like you for real. On my channel, my goal is to help young women navigate through life. I am a podcaster, spiritualist, author, psychologist, and the mommy of two. If my content helps you, make sure you show me love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Now listen, this is going to coincide with my podcast episode for this week. So if you are interested, make sure you click the link to go over to my podcast to check out the episode. I'm actually going to try to link the two, y'all. So stick around for that, okay? I'm going to try to do it where you could like have it all on one channel. I'm working on that, okay? Pray for me. Pray for your sis. Pray for your good sis, okay? Now listen, as you can see, this week is going to be a voiceover because so much difficulty with recording this video this week with the no sound, with the light. It was so much. I may even put some bloopers in there. I don't know, it might be embarrassing, but there's no sound, so we're gonna just do a voiceover. Now listen, this week is going to, like I mentioned, it's gonna coincide with my podcast episode, which talks about the dusties, okay? How we end up with the dusties and why we keep going back, and what's gonna help us remove ourselves from the energy of not co-entering the soft girl life, okay? Because that's what's keeping us out of it. The dusties, okay? He's a dusty. Yes, situation or prevent you from entering one. This so is more if you're interested in that, again, I'm giving you so much jewels, y'all. So make sure y'all check out this week's podcast episode. Now, if you're interested in coaching, that could be considered free to you, depending on your age. So if you're interested in it and you feel like you need to talk to somebody, I'm here for you. All you need to do, click on the link for my link tree and head over. If you need to pick your girl brain, I'm here, okay? It's not gonna be long, but I'm definitely gonna give you some jewels and some gems that's needed in order for you to remove yourself from the dusties, okay? Now, anyway, I wanted to give you 3 reasons why most black women go back to the dusties, okay? Now, for research purposes, a dusty is somebody who don't deserve your time, your attention, your aura, your space, or your energy, okay? A dusty is somebody who constantly plays with you. A dusty is somebody who cheats on you. A dusty is somebody who abuses you mentally, physically, verbally, spiritually, or financially, okay? That is a dusty. A dusty is somebody who makes you think less of yourself. A dusty is somebody who messes with your confidence, messes with how you see yourself, which we shouldn't even be giving people so much power, but it happens, okay, y'all? So that's what a dusty is, okay? Now let's get into it. This is one of the main reasons why we always tend to go back to a dusty, and that is because of trauma bonding. Now, this is something that I talk about on the podcast episode, so we're not going to get too much into it. If you want to know what I mean by the trauma bonding and the roller coaster, make sure you check out that podcast episode. However, the other reason is lack of support. Believe it or not, us as black women, we are leaders, don't get me wrong, but we also like to see kind of what everybody else is doing sometimes, and we kind of follow the train, okay, instead of being our own conductor, all right? And a lot of times when this happens, a lot of times we look around and we don't see a lot of other women leaving. Okay, we actually see a lot of other women staying and telling themselves that they are strong because they are fighting for their marriage. So we fall on that train of staying, right? But I want to ask you a question, sis. Okay, I need to ask you this. Why are you fighting and you're the only one that's fighting? Like, I want you to sit with that question. When we sign up and we purchase tickets to go see the fight, right? We pay money for those tickets and we get there. How would we feel? How would you feel if you are watching a fight and they are in the ring by themselves? Would you pay for that fight, or would you want your money back? If you was to pay for a fight and you get there and there's only one person in the damn ring, would you stay? Would you stay? Would you stay and watch them fight themselves? Now that might be that might be quite funny. I don't know. Your girl might stay. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Your girl might stay. But listen, would you stay long? Probably not. If you had something else to do, you will not stay. Okay? Keywords on if you have something else to do. But that's literally what we tell ourselves when we choose to stay and fight for a dusty relationship, and we're the only ones in the ring. You're the only one fighting. But we look at everybody else and we hear these stories about how they stayed and how they were strong and how they fought for their marriage and their relationship. And 9 out of 10 times they're still going through it, right? For the most part. Now we do have some dusties that turn around and they redeem themselves, but a lot of times they don't. And a lot of times we leave the relationship or the situationship with more pain, problems, stress than how we entered the fight, okay? And the whole time, this is the crazy part that I want you to think about. Whole time we're sitting there fighting ourselves because we're the only one in the ring, and we come out looking crazy and they come out looking untouched, right? This is a situation where we see the men leaving the relationship and they're glowing, and the woman leaving the relationship and she looked like she done died 3 times, was buried, fought, burned, or all types of stuff. She come out, she looking 30 years older, her hair is falling out, she either is skinny because she can't eat, she is stressed, her hormones and everything is out of whack, and he is leaving the relationship. He is calm, peaceful, because he wasn't fighting. You were the only one in the ring fighting this whole time, and you end up leaving looking the way you're looking. You were the only one fighting. And it may be a situation where you're still in this relationship and you are still the only one fighting. I need you to get it together, sis. I need you to get it together. Stop looking at everybody around you, because everybody around you don't love themselves the way you are called to love yourself. Everybody that you see, they don't love themselves the way you're called to love yourself. And I need you to understand that. And I need you to be okay with that. I need you to be like, look, this don't feel good to me. This don't feel right to me. I feel like I'm the only one fighting. Let me remove myself from this situation and be okay with that. A lot of times we say that and we got the big girl drawers on, and then loneliness come creeping around and we like, yeah, no, we need to go back. I was just playing. We gonna ring it out. No. Cut that out. Okay? Leave the dusties where they be. Second reason why we go back to the dusties is because our unhealed childhood, our unhealed inner child wounds. And what I mean by that is, if you still crave the love and the validation or protection from somebody else or from men in general, you are more likely to accept anything. Now, the dangerous part about accepting anything is when you accept anything, the enemy will bring you just that. And I do mean anything. Now, when you are unhealed, like completely unhealed, the dusty that you will receive is truly a dusty, okay? Like all the way around. They may not have no sense of direction. They may not have no money. They may not have their own home. They may not have anything. Matter of fact, they are using you for everything. That's how you know you are truly unhealed, when you are laying next to somebody who cannot give you anything. And I mean no words of affirmation. I do mean nothing financially. I do mean no sense of support. I do mean like they can't even really, they can't, and they do not even tell you that you're beautiful. They may not even give you one damn flower. One flower. Not a bouquet of flowers, one flower. Matter of fact, you may be giving them. That's the bottom of the dusties, okay? And some of us are settling for them. I'm going to keep it real. Some of us are settling for them. Some of us are calling them our man at that, our husband at that. And he does not give you anything. You have him in the soft girl life. Matter of fact, he's experiencing what you're supposed to be experiencing. Matter of fact. If you find yourself in a relationship or a situation where you're giving more than what you're receiving and you're not even receiving anything, the only thing you're receiving is sex, sis, get it together. Okay? For real. Now that's the bottom of, that's when you know, that's a clear sign that you are truly unhealed. When you are giving and not even receiving. Okay? That's the that be the easy indication that you are unhealed. Now here's the hard part. When they do give you. That's when it's hard. When they do give you the affirmations in the beginning, when they do give you the love and the support in the beginning, when they do give you the gifts, the flowers, the money in the beginning, that's when it becomes tricky. Because we are receiving what we know that we should be receiving. Or we have to recognize when it is being used as a tool. Because again, a lot of times there's some high baller dusties, okay? We got the lower level dusties and we got the high baller dusties. And the high baller dusties, they're harder to spot, okay? But if you pay attention to your body, if you pay attention to the little games, if you pay attention to the giving and the taking back, if you pay attention to the pull and the push and the push and the pull, if you pay attention to the fact that you're not always happy, and you're not going to always be happy. We're not trying to paint a picture that every day you wake up with this person, you're supposed to be living on top of the world, because that's simply untrue. Okay? We're not delusional. Okay? But we do recognize the games. We do recognize the manipulation that's being done. And that's all I ask, twin. All I ask is that you are recognizing the manipulation, okay? And you are loving yourself enough to be like, yo, this don't feel good. And I'm okay with leaving you where you are. Because I know that I deserve what I deserve. Okay, Divine Feminine. Listen, that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video because, look, it's coming truly from the heart. I do want you to go over to my podcast, though, because I really want you to also listen to that episode because it's very conversational based, even though I'm the only one conversating. And I feel like it's really going to help you understand what's going on, and it's really going to help you not fall for the dusties because we are falling for the. It's becoming more and more dusties. Okay. There are more and more dusties. There's so many dusties, male dusties, that the women are becoming dusties. Because they're falling for it at a rapid rate. And because everybody is falling, because there are so many people falling for the dusties, some of the women that are falling for the dusties are making it cool to fall for the dusties. Okay? And they're using the money as a way to make it cool. And I need you not to fall for that, okay? It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper, baby. I love you, Divine Feminine. Remember, I call you my twin because I'm just like you for real. If this video served you, if this message served you, if this YouTube channel served you, I want you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe. I need you to like the video. And I need you to share the video. Okay? Because we got to stop falling for the dusties, twin. It's better on the other side. Always remember that. Bye.